Hello, everyone. We are talking about Google My Business today. And if you are not familiar with that term, you've certainly seen it because when you put a search term into Google, there'll be a business listing pops up. It tells you their hours, their directions, their menu if it's a restaurant, all those good information about a business. That's a Google My Business listing. It's free. And so many business owners are not taking advantage of this to its fullest potential. So that is what my guest today, Robin Stern, is going to be helping us with. Um, and let me know that you're here. Melinda Schmidt Connect. We're a Work Together Wednesday. We are small business professionals who come together to learn from each other, help our businesses grow. If you have a comment or question, please put it in the box. Robin and I will be happy to answer that. If you're watching the replay, please put in hashtag replay. If you know someone who could benefit from optimizing their Google listing, share this video with them. All right? So we are here to learn today. I met Robin through online networking, and I'm so glad he did. You are a very cheerful guy, Robin. So makes you fun to network, and you do network a lot of different places. So you've got a lot of good connections. But tell us the bottom line for Google My Business. What do business owners need to know?
Well, thank you very much, Melinda. I am honored to be here and share time with you and your tribe. And anything I can do to pour out and give back is what I actually now get paid to do. So, again, Robin Stern, Executive Director, Be Better Not Bitter. And we are just tasked with a mission to mobilize communities and change the world. Google My Business is something I've done for many, many years. Obviously, not as the executive director, but in my previous life as a computer company owner and technician, they have a product listing, just an offering of dozens of programs and services that are completely free. And I hooked up with them years ago for my business to get listed on Google. But then I came in as kind of a paraprofessional, if you will, where they give guys that are really out there helping other businesses a badge to put on their website, and they call us a partner. So I am a Google My Business high impact partner, and I have access to all the cool Google stuff for absolutely no cost. And my give back to everybody that I meet is let me go over your Google business page with you, or if you don't have one, I'll help you create one. So it's worldwide now. I have a meeting with a lady in Australia at 5:45 this afternoon. She'll just be getting up,
Wow.
and we're going to finish up her listing and get it all. What I'm telling you, I'm going to tell her. Google My Business is the way that you get your information to be verified by Google so that they can trust that what they're putting in front of their customer, because now remember, when you're doing a Google My Business listing, you're not their customer, you're their product, okay? And your job is to be the freshest, most accurate product available to them. So they're scanning the web and scanning those Google pages every day, all day, looking for updated information, looking at reviews and seeing what kind of feedback you're getting. And they're determining, it's an algorithm, do we want to put this product in front of our customer when they're searching for that type of product or service? It's amazing when you keep it updated and you keep it accurate, the activity you can create, the buzz you can make Google feel, and how quickly you can get put to the top of the search. And let's face it, like you said, everybody's using Google. 88% of the world is searching with Google. I'm not here to argue whether that's right or wrong. I'm sure there's people that feel like monopoly, but
But
it's the truth.
it is.
And they're going to go to the first place that they have trusted, verified information before they go out all over the web, which they do as well. But they go first to the Google business listing, and that's why it's so important to know if you have it, and if you do have it, keep it updated like regularly. And I have some real hot tips to keep Google happy with you and let them know that you're there. But also to be constantly watching it, because when you get reviews, here's tip number one: always answer every review. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That shows the Google algorithm you care about your customers, their customers, and you're responding, engaging with them. It's That's a no-brainer that so many people miss. They
Right.
never respond to a review. They're not outgoing people. They don't know what to say. How about thanks for the review?
Right.
or I look forward to doing more business with you in the future, right? You were a great customer. Just look at some reviews if you don't know what to say and say it. You have to say something. Otherwise, Google thinks you're stuck up, you don't exist, you don't care about your customers. I'm telling you, this is really what the computer algorithm does. And that's the number one thing that most business owners miss. Reply to every review. Now, there's always a caveat, and I have one here too. We have 3 reviews that came from people that didn't even walk in our store, never did
Oh,
business with us. They were negative, they were 1 star. And they were 2 of them talking about how horribly rude and non-customer friendly all of the people in the place were. And one of them said nothing, just left us 1 star rating. Now, if you read the other 400 5-star reviews, any intelligent person can tell those obviously were just people that were disgruntled, right?
right.
We don't even answer those. We don't give them the time of day. We don't even say, you're a bad review, you didn't do business with us. Of course, we want to, but the best thing we found is to ignore them. You know when they say the best way to combat somebody being ugly is to just live good, clean life? If you got enough reviews that 3 1-star reviews don't even touch your 5-star rating, that's the in the face of the guy leaving the 1-star review, right?
Right.
That's the go away. You're so little it doesn't even bother me, and that's the best way to handle it.
But
Go get
that
five
brings up
star.
a good point. What if you don't have very many reviews and you get some of these people that are like they've never done business with me? Then I would think what you need to do is just go to some of your friends or family or good clients and say, "Hey, can you put out a positive review?" Because and that's how you would balance out the bad review, right?
Well, that's one of the things. That's okay. Point number 2: every review doesn't have to be from somebody who did business with you. Just don't lie, right? So the lady in Australia that I'm helping, I'm her first review. She got verified, got live online, and as soon as she did, I had 5 stars, and I put she is one determined individual who will not stop at anything until she accomplishes her goal. Because I watched her spend a month trying to get her Google business page verified, and she was so excited. I was so happy for her too when it finally happened. But I can say for a fact that's the truth. So if somebody that didn't do business with you, a family member or somebody else, you don't have to lie about it. Your child could say, Melinda always comes through and does everything she said she's going to do, right? When
I
she
don't think
tells
they
you
would
something,
say that, but yes, they could.
but you could, right? You could say, has always taken great care of every situation that I've needed her to, right?
Okay, okay.
It's completely honest. There's no reason to fudge it or lie about it. You can
Right.
leave a 5-star review. And the algorithm, unless it gets in front of a person, the algorithm doesn't care. It sees the 5-star review and it sees a reply if it was your review, and you're good to go. And when it sees those few, now I will say, if you only have a few reviews and somebody leaves you a 1 star, there's a time and a place to say, hey, I'm real sorry that you feel that you didn't get treated right, but I don't know who you are. Could you please acknowledge who you are so we can try and get your review changed?
Yeah,
We
call
did that in
us.
the beginning. Yeah, we did that in the beginning because we did have a few that we didn't know who they were. It was like, why are you leaving me this 1-star review? A friend, somebody's buddy. Okay. But the point is, answer all the reviews, accept the really bad ones, go get more reviews, and use your friends and family and previous customers as well. You
Mm-hmm.
can always send a link to a previous customer and say, hey, we did business, and remind them what you did. Write a
Right.
little couple sentences and say, would you mind leaving me a review about what we did, 2 years ago? And that's certainly a great way to get quick reviews as well. Um,
And I think what people don't realize about Google My Business is that you can put your own photos of your business up there for sharing.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's map views where there's like the front view of the business that you have to ask Google to change. So when they put in what their official car drove by and recorded view, that they know is accurate, that you can't really just say, I'm going to put a picture of my building up. We did when we moved into our place because it looked like an old abandoned building from 10 years ago, right? So when we moved into our place, we put our first bunch of photos were exterior shots of the building with our new signs, the cars parked out front, there's a business here. And it took about, I'm going to say almost 8 to 10 months of us asking Google like 3 or 4 times to
Hmm.
update the photo, just saying it's outdated, it needs to be changed, and they did eventually. So now we have our new storefront on the official picture. But photos are another great point. I don't know why people come and look at photos on a Google business page, but we get more photo views. Our activity on that page is predominantly photo views. We have a couple hundred pictures on our Google business page, and we get tens of thousands of photo views a month. It's mind boggling. I don't understand it. But
And you don't have to have a physical building either. Like for
no,
me, my team of moms, we all work from home. We don't have a physical office, but I put a team photo of us working out there together. So you can,
yep,
even if you don't have a physical location, you probably have, or you can, if you want to have a Google listing, and you
absolutely.
can optimize that. There's a box where you can say, don't show my
Yes.
address. Um,
Yes, if you don't serve people at your location, then you don't get the pin on the map. But it will still allow you to have a page even if you don't have a physical location. You can be a service company that doesn't see people at your location. You go to them, and then you can put in what areas you want to be able to cover,
right.
and that's where they'll put your search results. So, and that leads to another good thing. The posting feature on Google is a very important feature that a lot of businesses miss. They have a way for you to tell them, hey, I'm open for business today. Why not use it every day? Every morning at 7 o'clock, I post and I say, hey, it's going to be a great day in Dallas. Or, hey, we're giving this great deal today. Or, hey, we just got a new batch of computers. It doesn't matter what it says because it's really not targeted at people. I want the algorithm to see that at 7 a.m., we engaged our community and we said we're open for business because now they can comfortably send people to me and know they're going to get somebody there.
Know that it's an
It's
active, thriving
it's
business.
genius, right? It's genius, but nobody thinks of it. How do I remember to do that, you ask, Robin? I'm going to tell you, Melinda.
Okay.
You put it on your Google Calendar every day at 7 a.m. or whatever your time is. Every day you put it on your calendar. Do this on Google. Post on Google. I'm telling you, if you come up with a great idea today for tomorrow, go to tomorrow's 7 a.m. listing, add to it, talk about such and such. Take the picture, attach it. You can think about this stuff once you start getting it. You think about it ahead of time, and it's super simple to make it happen. Putting it on the calendar is genius because I'm finishing my daily devotion and my newspaper reading right about 7 a.m. and I say, oh, I got 15 minutes to do this now. It's super simple from the app. If you don't want to be on the computer, it's even faster on the app. Just hit the
Question.
plus sign, hit post, and do it.
Question. The scheduling programs that I use, because part of my social media course is I advise people schedule some content in advance, and then you sprinkle in, here's what's going on today. I'm at this meeting. Here's behind the scenes with a client, whatever. So, do you know if Google penalizes you if you're using a third-party scheduler versus posting live, or do you think it's the same, or you haven't heard?
I don't really think it matters to the algorithm. I
Okay.
think that it wants to see the post. It
Okay.
wants to see the activity, right? Because that's literally what Google is looking for is the activity. They can't see the front door of your business. They can't see your phone ringing, but they can see that post and they can go, oh, there's activity. We're good to go.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make an algorithm happy.
So
So
if they're
go ahead.
scheduling their post for Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn and they're using a program where you can just add in Google My Business, that's totally a no brainer too.
I would think that that makes a lot of sense as well.
Okay.
I don't spend a whole lot of time on the meat for those posts because they are really not there to make people happy. But if you're already doing the social media post, you want to throw it over there. I don't see why you. There's a character limit, I think, about 750 characters. So I want to check that when you're scheduling. You might not fit on, but I think the scheduling programs tell you which one and how
Right.
many.
It'll tell you if you're over the limit or
I remember
whatever.
that with my Twitter. I always used to go over on the Twitter one
Yeah.
before they went bigger. So anyway, so yeah, I have about a million more like best practices, just like those things that I've shared with you, and I'm absolutely open to share those with anybody that wants to take 30 minutes and put it on my calendar and get on there. We'll go over no cost. It costs nothing. I just want to try and help small businesses and get that information out to them so that they can be more successful. I will tell you, we have people drive from 20 miles away to bring computers to our computer store to repair them. They drive past 3 other computer places. And the predominant reason is I read your Google reviews and I don't want to do business with somebody else. That was it. My son has put pictures and videos on TikTok of him fixing computers. We have people all over the country now calling us and saying, "Can I send you my computer? I saw your TikToks. I read your Google reviews. I don't want anybody else to fix my computer." So, it's just that powerful. And the review has become the next door neighbor's, feedback, right?
Right.
It's like I don't go talk to my next door neighbor anymore, but I can go read the reviews and I'm getting feedback from real people, so I feel that I trust it, and that's the huge part of it.
Right.
Um, I
So
can end up,
our time is kind of getting short,
yeah,
so, and I want to talk about be better, not bitter. So let me just put out there one other note that I think is significant is that you also want to have a button on your website that connects to your Google My Business listing. And so
that's
many
what I was going to
people
go.
miss that easy talk to your web designer. It shouldn't cost you very much just to make sure that that listing is connected to your website. That's very powerful.
And
Um,
I'll give you even a little bit more than that. And this is the $2,000 question right here. When we used to do this for companies, we this is why we charge them so much. If that button is driven by the window that pops up when they click write a review, and now just look at what I'm saying, folks. Look up your business. There's a button on somewhere that says write a review. When you click it, it pops open the window. And if you're signed into your Google account, then it will just have the 5 stars there and the place for you to write a review and add a photo. If the customer can click a button on your website and it pops that window open for them, you're 80% more likely to get the review. You've made it super simple. They don't have to look for it. But here's even better, Melinda. There's more.
okay.
Not only do you get the review and Google goes, "Hey, great, the algorithm loves it. There's a 5 star review. That's perfect. You respond. Everything's happy and good." But what if when Google sees somebody come to your website, you know what that says to them? It says to them, they pulled up at your front door. You have a customer in your parking lot. When they come to your website, literally to the Google algorithm, somebody's about to engage with you. It looks like a potential customer. If they complete what they came to do, the Google algorithm goes, "Oh, they engaged them. They are an active business. Their people are." When they click that button to write the review, you have just accomplished that task. Boom, 300%. You had 3 touches: a visitor, a click on a button, and the review, instead of just the
Wow.
review. That's
Yes.
the secret mix right there. Your algorithm goes crazy. Your bounce rate on your website goes down. Ask me what that means, and I'll tell you. And it's unbelievable how much, just like our business accelerant page escalates us because of all the activity. That's exactly what putting that button there. And if you got it and it puts people right to where they need to go, you'll get the review.
I love it. I
So,
love it. So there's a couple different ways that you can go from here. First of all, Robin's going to put his calendar link in the comments on this video. So if you want to schedule a free 30 minutes with him, that'll be easy for you to do.
yes, ma'am.
Number two, Robin and I are going to do a recording. He's given some training. I've sat in on it for Digital Accelerant. We're going to record our own. We're going to make it available through Resonate Marketing. So if you want the details, like a 45-minute class to walk you through what you're going to do with this and get the other best practices that we don't have time to cover
There's
today,
so much, there's buckets of it. Buckets
we're
of
gonna we're gonna provide that for you. So if you are interested in that recording, it'll be free when we get it made. Put it in the comments that you're interested. I'll create a distribution list. Once we get that recorded and done, I'll send you the link. So we
awesome.
definitely we can continue this conversation with Robin to get you to the information that you need to use this
Yep.
powerful free tool. But
Anywhere in the world.
want to
Anywhere in the world.
want to talk about Be Better Not Bitter, which I think is one of the most fantastic nonprofit names ever created, especially in this COVID time and political divisiveness that we're in. So tell us a little bit about your mission. You're in Paulding County, but your vision is for much broader than just our little local backyard. And how can people support you or find out more?
Thank you so much, Melinda. I'm honored to be able to have a few minutes to share that. And if I start going too fast, just do this because this excites me. I live for this now, and I really am practicing bringing the blood pressure down a little bit because I am a very high strung individual in a good way, but I have to pull the gas off. So Be Better Not Bitter is the brainchild of one of my dearest friends. 25 years we've known each other. We watched some kids in his life go through some stuff. We tried to help those kids, and one of them was able to overcome and excel beyond anybody's dreams. And the other one just kept getting sucked back into the problems of his life, and it just kept kicking his butt. And so we're like, why is he bitter? But he got better, and that's where this came from. Be better, not bitter, right? So again, yeah, great for right now. Everybody's so angry and frustrated, but the stories I can tell you, the people I've met since coming onto this job full time would blow your mind as well, and we'll go there some other time. But Be Better Not Bitter kind of really came into fruition when the founder, the guy who came up with the name, who sent me the logo and the T-shirts and said this is what we should do, died in a car crash.
Oh.
And after 25 years of being best friends and expecting to live together and be old and golfing and carousing, and I lost all that in one morning call on Friday the 13th. Okay,
Oh.
so I became the poster child. I had to overcome. What? How can I, who's telling everybody else to be better, not bitter, allow this to devastate me? And I didn't want to. I was very angry. I was very frustrated, but I did. And so we went immediately and incorporated the name. And within a week of getting the incorporation of the name, we filed for nonprofit status. And within 11 days of our filing online with the IRS, we received a letter, which of course I thought, you forgot something, right? No, here's your nonprofit status. So we've been kind of given
Oh.
favor. Yeah, in 11 days, but we say 8 because like two of those, 4 of those days were weekend days, right?
Oh,
So
right.
the IRS ain't working on the weekends. So 7 or 8 days is really what it took. So we feel we got this kind of favor with everything we've been doing. I immediately contacted the local Boys and Girls Club because although Ronnie, the gentleman who started this, my best bud, he wanted to put that word out, put the name out, put the logo out, and just help people kind of feel better, hats and T-shirts. And but I wanted to actually do something. And I own a computer company, so I have a lot of old computers. I thought, what if I put a computer in front of a kid and spent the summer telling the kid, you're amazing, you're unbelievable, you can do anything, and they think it's all because they're here to work on a computer. And that's when the program March for Tech was started. Real quick story, I couldn't come up with a name for the program. I was looking for a domain name, something cool and catchy, and I looked down at the newspaper, or the paper from the IRS, and the date that they approved us was much bigger than the rest of it was stamped, March 4th. And I went
Oh.
march4tech.com, and it was available, and that's how the program got its
How
name. So
funny.
yeah, so it's March the number 4 tech. Anyway, cool little backstory. But that's been 6 years now. We've run about 15 to 20 kids a summer through a program at the local Boys and Girls Club. I'm now on the board of directors for that Boys and Girls Club. At the end of the summer, we give the kids the computer. We encourage them to continue in technology. But again, it's not really about the computer as much as it is the kid. We got a couple kids with millions of followers on TikTok right now that are doing videos and having a great time. But they're kids. We haven't gotten them focused on like reality in their lives yet. We're working on that. So we being on the board of Boys and Girls Club, kids are near and dear to me. I'm a Kiwanis Club member as well. It's an organization for kids. I'm completely plugged into my community for the school system and the workforce development and everything else. So helping kids was a big thing to me. And in July of last year, we were told by our parent organization in Atlanta, we're closing your club in December. 200 kids are going to go unserved. We don't have any money for you.
Mm.
We overcame that. We overcame the money issue. There's a building issue now that we need to take care of. And we're looking to, instead of just kind of hoping we can do something that's going to serve the kids we have, we're thinking humongous. We're going to build a $50 million community center that's not just going to serve the Boys and Girls Club, but it's going to serve the entire community, the homeless community, pregnancy awareness teaching, technology incubator. We are going to build a crown jewel in Paulding County's center connecting downtown Dallas, where all of the campuses for the colleges are, KSU, Chat Tech, and Georgia Highlands, to the airport where we have Chattahoochee Tech building an aviation academy now, so we can train people to go work at the airport in Atlanta. And we have this beautiful piece of property and this opportunity, and we're going to move forward with it. So our
Awesome.
message today to anybody listening is, if you think you could change something, would you? And if you started where you are, you could change the world. And that's what we want the message to be, that people can make a difference. It's in us. We have the ability to, from our program March for Tech to a senior housing security program we're working on to keep seniors in their homes safe, fed, and even plugged in, because there's 10 million seniors living alone, and they're living in isolation, and it's causing serious mental and health
Mm.
issues. When seniors volunteer and they're doing something and actively engaged, their life span as well as their life quality goes up through the roof.
Yes.
So we're proponents to say, let us help you with the housing security, let us plug you into volunteering, and let us show you how you can have an impact and actually feel better. So that's our mission. Our mission is to change the world, and it's hard to encapsulate what Be Better Not Bitter is, because it's so much. But every one of you is welcome to sign up with us. We'll never spam you. We'll send you once or twice a month. You'll get an email with great ideas of how you can change your community. Maybe give you an update on where we are on the community center, and how you could be a part of a world changing group that's just, all we want to do is help. And the Google My Business thing is my way of being able to say to any business or any person, let me help you. Let me give you something. I have no expectations from you whatsoever. Just let me give you something and show you that you can be better, not bitter. So
I love
that's
it.
it.
I love it. I love it. And I love that you're encouraging, come support us in Paulding County, or here's something you can start and do in your community. Change your community if you live somewhere else.
Yep.
So I love that your vision is for local as well as worldwide, everybody. And everybody doing a little bit adds up and makes a difference. That's how you
Right.
transform the
And
world.
there's the website. Just I don't have it on the wall yet, but there's the website. And there's a sign up page or a get involved button, something like that. And you can just, it's a little form from Google. Again, let us help you digitize your life. Google has a forms feature. And you can just, get on board. We haven't even started emailing yet, so you won't get anything yet. But that whole system is becoming a reality right now, and it'll start happening. So thank you, Melinda, so much for allowing me to share and give to your tribe. I'm honored, and I look forward to much collaboration with you in the future.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We will put links to Be Better Not Bitter in the comments of this video also. Thank you for joining us today, and make it a great rest of the week. We'll see you next Wednesday for Work Together Wednesday.
Bye bye. Thanks a lot.